Hello. Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Good
Good morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Good morning. So, okay. So let's begin now. Okay. So, guys, so we were looking into this Azure data. There is the Azure data engineering. So, guys, Azure data engineering. Okay. So, guys, what is it? Azure data engineering. Basically, this is an service we have it provided by the Microsoft to perform the various tasks under the single platform. Under the single roof, we can perform the various tasks by using the Azure data engineering. Such as, what is this? We know already what is it? Data migration is there. Data integration is there. Okay, then we have what's that? Data summarization. Okay, and then data visualization. Okay, guys, these are all the things we have it. Now, whenever we require to perform or whenever we require to use this Azure data engineering, we basically need to have under this Azure data engineering, we can say we have the following services. What are those? The first one is the ADF and the second one is the ADB. Okay, and then we have the Synapse. So as a part of this Azure data engineering, we are going to see all these three services. That is nothing but the what is it? You have it ADF, ADB, and the Synapse. So before that, guys, today we will start up now with a very important thing. That is, first of all, what is a data? Let us see what is a data first. So what do you mean by a data first? Tell me now, everyone. What do you mean by a data? Data means what?
Information.
Exactly. Data is nothing but basically the information. So we can say data is nothing but information. So basically the information is called as the data. Okay. Information is called as the data. And if I'm using the word called big data, so what do you mean by big data, guys? Yes. Big data means what?
Huge amount of data.
That's it. Huge information. That's it. Simple. Okay. Big data is nothing, anything so technical word. Big data is nothing but what? Huge information. That is massive amount of information is called as the big data. Massive amount of data is called as the big data, guys. Massive amount. That is a very huge volume of data. Now, when you talk about the huge volume of data or a massive amount of data, from where do we receive this massive amount of data? Can you tell me? From where do we receive it? Generally, we receive the data from the business. Am I right or not? Yes, guys, everyone. We receive the data generally from what? From the source called what is that? Business. From the source called what is it? Business. So generally, we receive the massive amount or a massive volume of data from the business. So what is the business? Business is, let us say, social networking sites. What do you mean by social networking sites? Yes, guys. What do you mean by social networking sites? Yeah, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, all these are the social networking sites. So we can say Facebook, yes, Facebook. Okay, we can say the Facebook. Okay, then we have, sorry, we have the Facebook, then we have Insta. Okay, and you have the Twitter, etc., etc. Anyways, okay, we have all these are called as what? These all are called as what is that? That is about the social networking sites. Where these social networking sites generates a massive volume of data. Am I right or not? Massive volume of data. So am I right? That is called as huge volume of data. Huge data. It generates a huge data. So we can say what's that? This is one of the source of generating or getting the big data. Where, tell me now, where this kind of data, whatever you have it, what exactly the form of data will be generated on this Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Tell me now, what kind of data?
Unstructured.
Exactly, that is called as what? Technically, very good. It is nothing but basically called as what? Unstructured data. This is called as what? Unstructured data. Basically, there will be no structure of the data. It will not be placed in the form of any proper form of rows and columns like that. But this will be generated in what is that? A very huge volume, but it will be unstructured. That is, no proper structure will be built up of this. And again, you have what is that? The next one is business only. The next is you get the data from obviously business. What is the next source of getting the data? Let us say applications. So what is application? Yes, guys, applications. Let us say some banking applications. Banking. Yeah, tell me what is an application?
Collection of data from particular area.
Yes. What is a banking application? So basically, the applications which are used at the banking sector level is called as basically the banking applications. These banking applications also generates a very massive amount of data, a huge amount of data, which can be referred as the big data. But now, tell me, when you have a banking data, will it be what exactly the form of the data it will be? It will be into understandable form or non-understandable form, or it is readable form or non-readable form?
Readable.
Readable form. That means there will be some sensible data. Am I right? There will be a sensible data. So when you talk about the sensible data, that means it can be what? It can be what? It can be the structured data. Am I right? It can be the structured data. It can be, what is that? The structured data. That is nothing but called as what? Structured means what? The data which is kept in the proper form of rows and columns. The data which is kept in the proper form of rows and columns is called as what? Structured data. So here the banking applications also generates the massive amount of data that is called as what? Structured data. Mostly the structured data, you can say. Whereas when you talk about the next another business, what is that? We get the data from the live streamings as a source. Live streaming. So what do you mean live streaming as a source? Guys, live streaming data. What do you mean understand by the live streaming?
Present live
That is nothing but the continuous the data which you receive it on a continuous basis. What is
Real
that?
time.
Very good. That is called as what? Real time. Technical word is real time. But for a common man to understand what is exactly the live streaming data is, guys, have you ever heard about this stock market? Stock market
Yeah.
shares? Yeah, stock market data. It will be continuous. The stock market, once it is started every day, the rates of the shares keep on fluctuating, going up and coming down. It will be fluctuating every minute or every second. Am I right? It will be fluctuating every minute or every second. That is the rates and all those things will keep on fluctuating. So that is nothing but called, what is it? Constantly changing data recorded on a continuous basis is nothing but basically called as what? Live streaming data. And this kind of a data we can get it from the stock market. And you have a very famous cricket matches. We have the cricket matches. Am I right, everyone? We have the cricket matches. So cricket matches are what? Basically, the cricket matches also get the live data. Am I
live
right or not? So basically, this kind of data is referred as what? Even this kind of data is called as what? Yes, this kind of data is called as what? Yes, guys, it is called as what? The big data. Where, how, what kind of data do you receive in this? Tell me now. So what kind of data, according to you, what kind of data? Is it?
Semi-structured.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, one is a semi-structured, you can say. Semi-structured, you can say. And even you can get it semi-structured, or you can get it unstructured, or you can get the structured data as well. This three type of data we can get it here, guys. This three type of data we can get it from the live streaming process. Getting my point? So we can receive the data into those three forms. What is that? Structured, semi-structured, and unstructured from the live streaming process. Now, guys, okay, uh, because everyone here is not from the technical background, I would like to emphasize more. Just I wanted to emphasize and just put a focus as well as on this. What is structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data exactly. Basically, you will get to okay, you'll get basically, or whenever you work in the real-time environment, you will get to work with the three type of different data here. What is that? The first one is called as the semi-structured, and the second one is the structured, or else the first one will be the structured anyways, and the third one is the unstructured data. So now, guys, I'll just tell you the brief how does it works. So when it comes to the semi-structured, guys, the semi-structured data is nothing but the data which you cannot understand it fully, but still you can understand, but still you can read the data. That is called as what? Semi-structured data. Whereas the data which is kept in the form of, guys, the data which is kept in the form of JSON files, or the data which is kept in the form of HTML files, or the data which is kept in the form of XML file, is called as what? Semi-structured data. This kind of data is called as what? Semi-structured data. So basically, this is called as what? Semi-structured data. So the data which is kept in the form of a JSON file, HTML file, or XML file is called as the semi-structured data. And when you talk about the data in the structured format, that is called as what? The data which is kept in the form of a table or tabular formatted data, where the table is the collection of what is that? Tell me now, guys. Rows and
columns.
very good, rows and columns. So the data which is kept in the proper form of rows and columns is called as what? Tabular formatted data. Then unstructured data means what? Any chat history. Hi, okay, how are you? This is all what? Unstructured. Does it has any structure? No structure. Normal data, that's it. Okay. Unstructured. So basically, this kind of three data you will have it. Now, how does the data? Okay, tabular formatted, I think everybody knows it. So this is the tabular formatted data. Suppose I'm giving a table here. I'm writing a table. Suppose I'm writing the table name as employees, everyone. And here I'm using the name and ID number and salary. Some three columns I'm just giving it just for understanding purpose, guys, nothing else. So here I'm using the table name as a alien, and this one is you have it, and the salary is some 3,000 something like this, and Bobby, and something like this, and it is the 4,000. And now, guys, this is the thing we have it. So now this is called as a structured data. It is called as what? Structured data. Okay. Okay. It is called as what? Structured data. It is called as what? Structured data. So here we have what's it? Structured data. When it comes to the semi-structured data, so guys, the data which is recorded in a JSON file. So what do you mean by JSON file? JSON file is called as what? JavaScript object notation file. JSON file stands for what? JavaScript object notation file. So how does exactly the JavaScript object notation file appears? I'll just give an example just for an understanding purpose, nothing else. So guys, this is the data you have it. If you write the same data in JSON, the data in the JSON will be recorded in the form of a key value pair. In the form of what is it? Key value pair. So what is this key? What is this value? And what is this pair? I'll explain you. Key value pair. Key value pair. Okay, that's it. So what do you mean key? What do you mean by value? And what do you mean by pair? It means what, guys? The column names are always called as the keys here. What are the column names here? You have it. Name, ID number, salary. So here these are called as keys. Now the key value pair, if you write it in JSON format, the JSON form, the data will be recorded in the curly braces in the form of a key value pair. Keys are always kept under the double quotes like this. Means what? Double quotes like this. Name. Name is the column name, na? So double quotes. This is called as a key here. Key. And what is the value for this key? The value for this key is what? Can you tell me? What is the value for this key?
ln.
Very good. So it is ln is the value for this. Ln is the value of this key. Next, comma. What is the next key you have it, guys? Tell me now. ID. Oh, very good. ID. So what is the value for this ID?
223.
Very good. 223. So now, as it's a numeric value, no quotes will be there. Normally, the data is kept here. And what is the next one you have it? Salary. Very good. Salary. And next you have it. The value. What's the value?
3000.
That's it. Kept it normally. No commas because the line is ended here. Now the next one. If you want to write the second line, just comma here. Again, the data will be written, repeated like this. Same. But the values will change this time. Instead of Alan, we'll have it with Bobby. Instead of 223, 211. Instead of 3000, the value will get it as 4000. Further, if you have any line, more commas will be placed. If not, this is how. So this is how the data is recorded. The data is recorded. Guys, this is how the data is recorded in the form of key value pair that is in JSON. So this, you can understand it. At least you can read this data. Am I right or not? So you can understand this, why this data is there, what type of data is there, you can understand. So this is called what? Semi-structured data. Okay. And the other form of semi-structured data, what is that? HTML. Okay. Or else I'll just tell you the XML. It will be more easy. So where the XML file, the data will be recorded in the form of a tags. These are called as tags. Okay, tags. So this is called as a root tag. This is called as what, guys? Root tag. ROOT, root. Root tag. And this is called as what? Row tags. And now the root tag. First of all, this is called as a opening root root tag. Opening root tag means what? The opening root tag, I'll say it as a employees. Am I right? The root tag is employees. And now here, what is the first key value you have to tell me now? What is the first value? A name. Name. Am I right? Name is the first. So this is the opening tag. And now this is called as a closing tag. What is the difference between opening and closing? That slash will be placed here, okay? The slash. Now, what about the value? The value will be given in the center, like this. In the same way, what is the second value you have it? ID. ID. And now this is the opening ID. And now you have to give the closing ID. Closing ID means what? You have to use a slash here. And now, what is the slash value? What's the value? Tell me now. 223. And now next one. What is it you have it? Tell me now. The third tag. Salary. Guys, it's hyper case sensitive. You have to use this as it is case. Don't change the case here. So use the sal. That's it. And what the value of the salary is 3000. So this is called as, guys, this is called as and now finally the root tag, you have to close it. So finally, what is the root tag? The root tag is employees. And now the root tag is closed like this. So this is how the data is written even in the XML form. So this is called as root tag, and these are called as what? Row tags, guys. Row tags. Getting my point? Row tag and root tag. These are the two tags you will have it in XML file. So even by looking into this data, you can understand that this data is related to some employees or not. Tell me now. Yes. So this is nothing but the basic kind of data you will have it. What is that? The basic kind of data you will have it. The basic kind of data you will have it. The basic kind of data you will have it. So structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. Now, as a data engineer, guys, as a data engineer, we will be dealing with all these three type of data. What is that? Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data. So we will have to deal with all the three types of data as a data engineer. What's that? Semi-structured, structured, and unstructured. So it will be your basic job to convert this unstructured and semi-structured data into the proper form of structured form, to understand this data, to read this data, to write this data, all these things. We are going to use the services called, what is that? ADB, ADF, and Synapse. These are the services we are going to use it for reading, writing, and reporting this particular data. Getting my point? For reading, writing, and reporting that particular data. So what do you mean reading, writing, and reporting? So what do you mean reading, guys, first of all? So reading, writing, and reporting this data. So you have three processes. What is that? The first one is called as reading, writing, and reporting. Tell me now. These are the three, that is nothing but important, that is nothing but divisions you have it. Reading. So guys, what do you do? When you talk about tomorrow, you have to go and write an examination. What you will do today? Tell me now. Will you read it? Will you write it? Or will you report it?
Read.
Yes. Huh?
Read.
What do you do? If you have an examination tomorrow morning, so you will do what? For understanding. For understanding, what you will do? Reading. Am I right or not?
Yes.
After going there tomorrow to the examination, are you going to read there or you're going to write there? Yes. Are you going to write the examination or read the examination? Yes, guys, writing. Am I right? You're going to write that. And finally, once you written everything, what happens? You'll get the reporting. That means the result you'll get it in the form of a report. That's it called as what? Reporting. So these are the three basic factors you have to understand: reading, writing, and reporting of the data. So guys, so for this particular process called reading, writing, and reporting, we are going to use the ADB, ADF, and as well as the Synapse. These are the three, of course. So now, in what situation we use the ADB, in what situation we use the ADF, and in what situation we use the Synapse? This is the important factor we have to check it off here. Okay, guys, that's it. So now, so from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with this. What is the exactly the uses of this ADF, ADB, and Synapse? So how does the ADB and ADF and Synapse will work in this process? Okay. And what are the uses of it and what are the structures of it? We are going to start from tomorrow onwards. Okay, guys. So that's it for the day. And once okay, we are there into the subject, then we'll increase the intensity of this. That is the duration of this. And mostly for this week, you will have it at, as I told you, 11 o'clock only. And hopefully from the next Monday onwards, we will start at 10:30. So 10:30. So 10:30 to 11:30 or quarter to 12 will be a standard timings for this particular thing, because we have to, the portion is very vast in this. So based on the requirement only, we have to move. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can go ahead and ask me now, please.
So we will be learning about some reporting tools also.
See, we are going to learn how to report it, not the reporting tools. Using the Synapse only, we are going to generate the reportings. What are the thing you have it, but not using some reporting tool like Power BI and all those things. I'm not going to use that. Yeah. Any other questions?
Sir, hi, sir.
Yeah, hi, tell me.
Yeah, means are we covering this CI/CD also, sir? Deployment and
Yes. Yes.
Okay. With Azure DevOps or with GitHub, sir?
No, with GitHub.
GitHub.
CI/CD pipelines, all these things will cover it.
Yeah. And giving any basic knowledge on DevOps also, sir, like deploying into Azure DevOps.
DevOps is not my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
I can tell you the basic thing. Okay.
Yeah. If we get a chance to work on DevOps to deploy the code, right? In that case.
Yeah, that's, I told you, no, that's basically, I can give you the basic idea, very basic idea. You can expect not anything in detail or something like that.
Okay.
But about these three, you will get the detailed information. We'll discuss it. That's not a thing. Yeah. Any other questions?
And also,
Sir, can we get syllabus for this course?
It's there on the web page, DURGASOFT online. You can go and see the web syllabus from there.
Okay, sir.
Pick up the syllabus from there. Yeah, next. Yeah, any other questions? Please go ahead. No more
So
questions?
once,
Please, please.
once again about the duration. So it's like going to be like between 2 to 2.5 months kind of thing for
It will
the
be 3
entire.
months, almost all 3 months. 2 to 2.5. Don't expect that.
Okay.
If you want it in a bit easy, faster, you can attend ADB, ADFs in my other batches. I'm here since morning 6:30 till 12 o'clock. So 6:30 till 12 o'clock. This is my stand. I don't have any evening batches, so I have morning batch. So you can attend any of. Totally, I have three ADF batches are there, and almost all three ADB batches are there. So you can attend ADB and ADF in that, and Synapse in this, because you don't have separate batch for Synapse. Okay, as of now, so you can do that for speeding up the process. That's the only way we have it. But actually, the process is a bit different. We are going to see in this full stack basically, because you will have to see an exercise with a three type of different integrations and reportings on this. So in that individually, we'll see individual this thing. Of course, the subject wise expertise we'll get it in that. That is different. Okay, but here you will get the overall expertise on this.
Good.
So, any other questions for me? Okay. Thank you guys for your time, and we'll just meet tomorrow at 11. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. See, basically Hadoop and Spark, basically it's required to be very Vipin. Somebody asked me, do we require the knowledge of Hadoop and Spark? So of course you require the knowledge of Hadoop, Spark, Python, PySpark, many things are required. But we will see that all these things are covered into the single platform. That's the thing. Okay. That's it. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. I'm just reading up. Catch you tomorrow morning.